It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
I heard them saying that we lost diversity in rap. How the fuck is that when y'all just been supporting trap? I'm charged up like jumper cables, dropping with no label, breaded up like bagels, finna wipe these niggas off the map. I got some shit in the tuck you ain't heard of, sipping Bloody Mary, my lyrics on bloody murder. Your name in my journal circled, I'm riding with your beach, yeah, we out in Myrtle. The second coming to greatness, I feel like color purple. I'm on the level y'all ain't ready for. Shouted want the wood, I'm a cutting board. Been a legend in Atlanta, bitch, I'm Pastor Troy. Pretty boy, but that money finna pull a Floyd. The jewels sparkle in that water, pass me a LaCroix. River Daily, you never needed an alias. Independently checking my Nikes, came from them avias. I've been on my hustle, car shuffle, niggas hearts muffled. If you want trouble, got muscle like WrestleMania. Boy, stop. We looking at Porsche drives, been rapping 20 years. I'm ensuring my boys box. They call me unorthodox. I'm orthodontic when it come to profit. Safety first, but let me switch the topic. Y'all rappers all in my DMs to promote your tracks. Every morning logging in, I report the trash. You gotta take it on the chin if you want it bad. I'm used to it, I've been through it. I'm using my point of view as an influence.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Hope y'all had a good holiday, you know what I'm saying? Hope your kids was good. Those of y'all that bought gifts, hope they was grateful for what they received, the whole nine. Hope y'all ate well, and I hope it's digesting well for you also. All right. In this video, we're about to get into NLE Choppa and the NBA crew. They had a little bit of a kerfuffle over the holiday break. So apparently, NLE Choppa was out shooting a music video. Y'all know we covered one of NLE's disses to NBA YoungBoy. He's released probably 3 or 4 diss records within the last couple months going at NBA YoungBoy. YoungBoy has responded very sparsely. He hasn't put out like a dedicated diss record in this current saga. We know RJ, who is signed to YoungBoy, did put out a response. He rapped over the KOB, getting back at NLE Choppa. I actually like RJ as an artist, but that song was whack. It wasn't no good. He tried to harmonize and sing and do the whole nine. Wasn't working for me. I believe that Choppa actually dropped another one going at him within the last couple of days. So he's really like turned his whole rollout or whatever. I don't know what he's building to. He's been calling himself NLE the Great. And basically everything that he's done within the last few months has been just shooting at NBA YoungBoy, right? And now things are getting a little bit tense outside. So again, apparently he was shooting a music video and they paid him a visit. Somebody, I guess, dropped the location. They're alleging that some woman or a girl of some sort dropped the location, and allegedly NBA Ben 10 and OG3. Y'all know I'm not into these young niggas, rappers under 30. It ain't too many of them that I'm really paying attention to like that. So I don't know these niggas, but apparently one of them is YoungBoy brother, they say, and then the other one is just the artist on the label, right? So this was in Houston. They made their way to the location where Choppa was wrapping up his video shoot, and they proceeded to, I guess, have a shouting match outside in in the middle of the night. So at some point, NLE allegedly pulled out his what he calls a baby ARP, what others are calling a baby toy. He's hanging out the window of an SUV, and NBA's crew is saying that he was surrounded by police security, and basically alleging that NLE Choppa is out here playing gangster, but then when he actually gets confronted, he's running with the police. He's leaving the scene before he could actually be fully confronted for an issue. NLE is denying it, and it's just a fucking mess. And it sounds like things could possibly escalate from simple back and forth diss records to people actually wanting blood in the streets, you know? And this is the fine line with these younger artists that they walk, you know what I mean? Like, they'll go back and forth on record, which the elders out here, especially people that are like mostly bored with hip hop, still love it, still consume it, but a lot of it is it's disposable. So when you get these back and forth disses, people amplify them to the most. I didn't like none of Choppa's disses other than the Media Day joint. But outside of that, I was just like, ugh. The theatrics are the most compelling part, but his raps leave a lot to be desired. People said I was hating. You know what I mean? No, I just come from an era where niggas could really rap. But that withstanding, the fine line is they'll go back and forth, they'll diss each other, but eventually they're gonna want to see what it is in the streets. Now, of course, we got 21 Savage, G Herbo, and all these other guys that are promoting, and these are guys that are like pushing 30 or over 30 that are doing this whole fuck the streets movement, and that's causing a stir in the industry. Some people are riding with it. A lot of people are riding with it. Some people are like, no, fuck that. We not riding. We not jacking that. Y'all can't say fuck the streets if you came from the streets, rap about the streets, and everything about you is foundationally built by the streets. I've already shared my sentiments about it. I sit somewhere in the middle. I think hip hop is definitely built by the streets, but also I think that people that come from the streets should also have an exit plan. I think people that come from the streets should also understand that after a certain age, continuing to perpetuate the same shit that you was on when you was 15, 16, up to 25, you got to evolve. You know, you got to move on. If you still on the same shit, you're stagnant, you're losing. No matter how much money you have, because eventually you're going to be losing it any fucking way, right? So I sit somewhere in the middle. Of course, we've already talked about that. A lot of the niggas that are jumping on that wave, they're not really serious about it. It's just a publicity stunt and a call for relevance. Anyway, the fuck the streets movement is happening, and then we got these young niggas that's really on some, nah, we still in the streets even though we're rapping, which is also dumb, right? So they tried to pull up to this man's video shoot. They have a shouting match in the middle of the road. They saying he's scary. He's saying ain't nothing scary about me. I got my shit. I told y'all niggas what y'all want to do, and y'all did nothing. But even with that, I kind of feel like the after effects and the after antics are only going to amplify this situation even further to where somebody feels like they got to one up each other. Somebody might end up getting hurt. All right. I wanted to lay out the foundation of everything. Now let's get into the actual videos. All right. NLE Choppa ran into NBA YoungBoy affiliates, Ben 10 and OG3 describing what went down.
Yeah, this nigga brought his police ass shit.
So I believe this is Ben 10 on the camera right here. Why you would name yourself Ben 10 after a motherfucking classic cartoon, I don't know, but that ain't got nothing to do with me.
I stomp on everything I love, bro. What type of gangster put?
So before we get into Choppa, Ben 10 again is part of the NBA crew. He pops out, he puts it on IG story, tags Choppa, says, I just came out the house for none. Clearly you did, because let's be clear. And I want to be very clear about how I say this and articulate it. I don't condone violence. I don't condone the bullshit. But at the same time, if you know where a nigga is at, you get the drop on a nigga, you come out your house, you make your way all the way to where you went, you know what I'm saying? And you get there to pull out a camera and say, I came out the house for none. You wasted gas for none. You wasted your time for none. You recorded yourself for none. You incriminated yourself for none. You did a whole lot of none. You know what I'm saying? So this is dumb. But we'll continue, right? So he wanted to showcase that NLE Choppa was pulling off and still popping shit. Okay?
I stamp on everything I love, bro. What type of gangster pull up on a man, say they gonna do something to a man, and pull out their phone on everything I love, bro? Baby ARP in hand, man. I just asked these folks, what you wanna do? Why y'all keep staring at me? I'm sitting here, right in the drive, parking lot, right there, tell them nigga what they wanna do. Man, them niggas shaking, man. 3, you shaking. Ben, shaking. Y'all niggas ain't do shit, man. Listen, then right after that, I hop in the car, I'm like, man, what y'all wanna do? Y'all don't wanna do nothing. Nigga pull off in the whip, now niggas wanna pull their phone out, man. I had 2 niggas on the front line that would've laid y'all down. Come on, man. If you gonna post something, post that.
Now, this is where things have much more potential to escalate. It's one thing for homeboy to put the video up, say I came out the house for nothing, showcasing NLE. He's now saying I had the baby ARP on me. I had 2 niggas on the front line ready to lay y'all down. That only escalates the challenge. That only makes them have to really go back to the crew, the squad. And now, of course, niggas is gonna get high, they gonna get drunk, they gonna argue about the situation, and it's only gonna create even more ego, even more bloodthirst to be like, nah, we gotta get that nigga now. We already done showed up at the video shoot. We did that for nothing. Now we looking crazy on the internet. So now next time we see him, it got to be something. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be most likely the conversation that happens behind the scenes. And of course, again, I don't want to see this shit pop off.
Bro, listen, bro, go pull the surveillance camera footage up. I was just standing there, wide in the middle, butt booty naked, flat foot in the motherfucking parking lot. You
What?
niggas ain't do shit to me, bro. I drove off. I was
Butt booty naked, flat foot in the parking lot. Now, hey man, I understand you trying to convey a point, saying they could have got you, but let us not ever think that that's okay to say in one sentence and all in succession. I was just standing out there, butt booty naked, flat footed in the parking lot. I get it, but based on what you said, I don't want to get it.
hanging out the window with that screaming, do something. What happened then? You pulled out a phone, bro. I'm not finna catch no. Man, listen, I'm on straight self-defense, man. I'm not on offense, man. Cuz, what happened, Mike?
Shit,
Nothing.
What happened?
Nothing.
them niggas was
Nothing.
time out.
What they do?
Nothing.
They filmed. They filmed.
What they do?
Talk.
Hey.
What the? Cuz,
had a gun, but didn't pull it.
time out. Did I not have ARP in my hand? Was
my
I not
life.
flat foot, butt booty naked?
my life.
Did I not walk to the car and go grab my shit, then
my
ask them
life.
what they want to do?
On my life.
On everything, didn't it?
On everything on my kids.
Nigga, on my kids too. Man, listen, all 3 of my kids can drop right now if I did not
They
just
had
ask
a
them.
gun and scared to touch
They didn't, bro, come on. And y'all always thinking I'm the one that's the hoe, man. Come on.
Listen, bro, I'm not promoting no violence, bro. I swear to God, cuz I'm not on nothing, bro. But I cannot just believe, man. I don't want no misconception, bro. I don't smoke with nobody. I don't want beef with nobody. Feel me? But we are not about to sit here and build a narrative that I just ran from somebody, bro, when I was just chilling, having family time, gang. And I ain't even trying to be on no mad shit or no gangster shit. None of that, gang. I'm just saying I'm having family time. As I'm leaving, y'all pulling up. I already know what happened. Somebody dropped the low, that's cool. Y'all pulled up, though. And y'all ain't do nothing, bro. Y'all had on, bro had on gloves, all type shit. And y'all ain't do nothing, bro. Y'all just started recording, bro. That's not cool. That ain't gangster, bro. And then you talking about I ran, fool, when you know I was just standing there asking y'all, what do y'all want to do? That's not straight. I don't feel that cool, bro. And I ain't trying to get on the old and bark, bro. I'm just saying, bro. That's not.
All right. So that's NLE giving his side of the story. And for the most part, I get what he's saying because he didn't initiate whatever this was. He was the one that was, whether he was having family time, shooting a music video, whatever it was, he didn't initiate the situation, at least not to my knowledge, right? They found out where he was. They came to where he was at. So if anything, it's self-defense and self-preservation. Right? Self-defense as in if he were to defend himself, self-preservation as in if he had to get the fuck on That's just what it is, right? However you want to take it, it is what it is. Now, for the niggas that popped out, did you just want to make your presence felt? Did you just want them to know, like, we can find you? Was that the objective of the situation or what? You know what I mean? Because again, to do all of that, film it, incriminate yourself, and put it online, it just seems counterintuitive to whatever it is that y'all thought y'all was doing. So then we have another guy by the name of OG3 who put a video up, and he tried to say, keep his name out the beef. I don't know how anybody could keep your name out the beef if you allegedly showed up with the beef. So here we have Mr. NBA OG3 responding to NLE Choppa.
For one, I don't do no type of police action. I don't get on here talking my name or nothing with nothing, nigga. And for two, hey, you seen them undercover cowboy ass hats them niggas had on. The nigga pull up like he a fucking old Western sitting in the middle of a parking lot. But nigga with a, man, come on, man. You on all these cameras doing all this with the police, and then you wait till you pull out a little baby toy and say, it could go down. It could go down. Hey, bro. Man, nigga know you a bitch, man. Hey, I don't even gotta do that. Hey, man, just don't say three names and nothing, baby. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing, fam. For one, I don't do no type of police action. I don't get.
All right. So he don't do no type of police action. Keep his name out of it. The easiest recourse he probably could have had was to say nothing at all, or come on video and say, I wasn't even there. I don't know what he's talking about. I wasn't there. Right? But then you confirm that he pulled out his so-called baby toy and said, it could go down, it could go down. So how can we keep your name out of it and you confirming what happened? Y'all got to get it together, man. I don't know who told niggas that it was like the move to, get on the internet with these types of antics so people could know where y'all was at and know what y'all was into in case something did pop off. They could just come see. Or now there's going to be additional surveillance, not just from the authorities, but also from niggas on the internet, because now they clued in. So people like Trap Lord Ross and others of his ilk are gonna now have their antennas up for any and everything y'all do moving forward. They're gonna document that shit, and they gonna drop a goddamn How to Catch a Murderer video on all you niggas. Just dumb. For what? Y'all are in the rap game to make money, take care of your families, and hopefully live a better life than the one that you came from, than the alternative, right? Most of y'all niggas might have played sports growing up, tore motherfucking ACL, didn't make it, couldn't uphold your academics, now trying to find a productive way to live. Why would you put yourself in a predicament where you're going to impede on those very intentions? For what exactly? Shit dumb. And to take it 5 steps further, if a nigga diss you on a song or diss your crew or your homeboy on a song and he do a whole motherfucking grease routine while he dissing you, why would you take that shit serious and wanna confront him on some real shit? Man, that nigga did a whole grease routine on y'all niggas 3-4 times, man. That nigga trying out for Broadway, man. Let that nigga go, man. He clearly got an objective. It's working for him. He's entertaining the people. Yeah, it's at the expense of your homeboy. But fuck it. That nigga did a whole, you know what I mean? He ain't do an 8 count. That nigga did 6 minutes of steps. Man, let that shit go. And I don't want to hear nobody in the motherfucking comments talking about, man, gangsters dance too. That ain't got shit to do with what I'm talking about. I'm saying if a nigga do a whole grease routine, at some point you got to understand that nigga's not serious. Let that nigga rap, make his music. Y'all continue making y'all music. If y'all want to respond on record, respond on record. Let that shit go, man. Find something better to do with your time. Because soon enough, y'all niggas going to be doing time if y'all don't figure it out. But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share the video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there. Y'all stay safe and learn a lesson from these motherfuckers on what not to do.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts every day, I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I could do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your health care. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I ran for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built. I had to evolve and grow cause I could've